letters, they hit my door. Tiny aliens asking for more. Writing comments like a cosmic tour. I found stardust scattered on my floor.
Greetings everyone. It's another opening today. A few items of mail. Some quite nice stamps actually. I've got two Isambard Kingdom Brunel. They were particularly long shaped stamp, and a Concord one. So I have the PHQ stamp cards for those, and so I have those cancelled first day of issue. What I thought was interesting is there's a nice cancel on the Isambard Kingdom Brunel ones, but the Concord one is uncancelled, which is not unusual. And I've got a simple second class print at home mail label. I'm not particularly fond of those, but they do come through. So 3 today, and I happen to know already that these are 3 that all fit into one single collection of mine, which is my hometown. I've lived in Southend, with the exception of a couple of years, all my life, and I'm always looking for postcards of Southend in older times. As a good example, this is one. We just take this one came in a plastic sleeve, which is always nice. It's mint. I have seen this reverse side on a number of cards from my hometown. It's quite a common reverse with the camera and the underneath the postcard in the XL series. This one, there we go. This is actually a scene from the gardens that used to be above what is now Adventure Island. It used to be Peter Pan's on the seafront. And we used to go here, Neverland it was called. And it was a walk-through garden area with lots of scenes of bits and pieces. It's been gone for a number of years, and this is from the original one, card number 466, and it's titled Wallabaloo, whatever a Wallabaloo is, and Happy Hooligans, Neverland, Southend on Sea. Looks like a sort of crocodile to me. I believe Wallabaloo is a Australian word. It does mean some sort of scaly lizard type thing. If you know exactly what a Wallabaloo is, then leave me a comment down below so I won't mind knowing. The little hooligans are quite entertaining as well. They look almost like little elves or something like that, but their faces are quite horrible. I don't know if you can see that, but they look particularly horrified at the alligator thing that's coming towards them. I do remember the old Neverland, but I was very, very young when I used to go to that. And as I say, it was closed up, and then later they tried to reopen it with all new exhibits, but again that didn't last an incredibly long time. But that's a nice little card from my very youthful past. This is an unusual one. A type of card that was quite common during the 60s and the late 50s. And this one is actually postmarked Southend on Sea, 31st of July 1959. And it's express good wishes, greetings, telegrams, slogan, cancellation on the back. And this is having a whale of a time here at Southend on Sea. I hadn't seen this particular one before, and it came up on eBay, and I was happy to pay £3 for that card for my collection of Southend. There's a couple of photographs inside the obviously female whale. The top one is the Boating Lake, which is was many years ago next to the pier. It's now an area which is an amusement arcade and part of Adventure Island, roller coaster rides and things like that. So it's no pool there at all. And the lower one is the Chalkwater Esplanade, a little park area that's along from the seafront, right down the other end from the pier. So another nice little local card, a little bit of artwork. That's something that was designed to attract tourists to buy it and send it off. Which obviously they were successful in this case because that one's gone through the post. And the last one, and again this one came in a plastic sleeve. And this is a particularly nice one. And it's a particularly old one as well. And it's postmarked Southend on Sea, February the 27th, 1909. So that's really quite early. As I say, the old one was the whale one was 1959. I think the Never Never Land one is probably from the 50s, 60s, but this one is very much older. Again, I'll just take it out of the plastic sleeve it came in. It's a real photograph. And real photographic cards are normally of a higher value than the printed photograph cards. And quite often with the early ones, you know the difference because of the way the writing is placed on the negative that produces the postcards, and the writing can be quite simple. And the idea was to get these out very quickly, and the chances are that the scene on the card was probably only photographed easily less than a week, probably only been a day, 2 days of this being placed on sale. And as this one was from February, chances are, as this is a snow scene, that would have been around about the time. So there you have a number of quite young children tobogganing in the snow on the cliffs here at Southend. I had not seen this one before, and as I say, I have collected postcards in my hometown, and I suspect it would be considered to be quite a valuable one. Certainly, I would be surprised to see this one at anywhere between £8 to £15. That sort of price range, maybe a little bit more, but for a collector of cards from this area, it's a particularly nice one. It's very shiny surface, and that's what you get from these real photo postcards. I will put images of this and the other 2 cards in the gallery at the end, so you can get a better look. As I say, the writing on this one is very hard to make out. It's actually dated in pen, the 26th of the 2nd, 09. It's obviously cancelled the 27th at 5:30 AM. So it was picked out of the box quite early or quite late on the 26th. My dear Una, this is the fun we had during the snowy time we had just after Xmas. This is right at the end of the cliffs. I do not know whether you remember what it was like, but awfully steep, right from the top of the cliffs onto the esplanade. That's quite true. And then she asked if they've had any snow, because this is addressed to Suffolk. But there we go. This is what it was. This was the fun we had during the snowy time we had just after Xmas. So there we go. One for my old Southend on Sea collection. And eBay can be fun, and you can find cards like this for your home areas and your home little towns and villages and wherever you are. So it's worth having a little look. If you know a little bit about cards, you can pick up some quite nice ones. I paid a lot less for that tobogganing one than I think I would have done at a postcard fair, and that's unusual for eBay. eBay's normally where you'd end up probably paying a little bit more. So have a look, but always be careful with eBay. If you don't know what the card is, do some research before buying it, just in case. But I'm more than happy with those three. So that's it for this one. So until next time, I'll see you later.
Postcards from Mars, they hit my door. Tiny aliens asking for more. Writing comments like a cosmic tour. I found stardust scattered on my floor. Nighttime skies like a light.